going on? Highpriestess Unicorn at the helms. Let's just say things are coming in heavy and hot. Yeah. And you can still kind of like feel in the energy. Like the angst. Yeah. I was just talking about the exact same thing. Yeah. So guys, just don't be fooled. You know, I mean, these people are so low vibrational and bitter and hateful and demonic. They think they can pull on high vibrational heartstrings. Like, that's really gonna fly. And it's just so sad. It really is. I mean, come on. Don't they say, innit? Accountability. Take responsibility for your own choices. But no. You'd rather join the BBC crew, the bottomless bum crew. You know, I could put it in some other nice terms, but I think for the most of all, bottomless bum crew sounds giving, actually. Kind of goes with the gist of things. But yeah. And the reason why I say that is purely because I ran into somebody the other day. I knew it was an accident. Because one thing God said to me, listen. And I did exactly that. And this is how you tell when the other person is just low vibration, they have their own agenda. Because when they're spilling their spew, meaning their rubbish, or you look away, you go to interrupt it, they cut you off like, no, listen. It's like they spend all this time talking, but have yet to say anything at all. And you know, everything that's coming out their mouth is utter garbage. And you sit there and you think to yourself, but hold on a minute. X, Y, Z happened and 1, 2, 3 went down, so where is you? And that's a fact. So I don't get this little selective delusional amnesia, I would call it. Yeah. And the person that sent their child knew exactly what he was doing. It's not just a coincidence that they just happen to be in a particular place that I frequent all the time at specific times. You know, and they just happen to just be there when all else has failed, huh? Really. And basically, I should have known from the minute I smelled her breath because, it smelled like the drain pipes was coming up, literally. And then this person with her selective disability, and I say selective purely because you know right from wrong, yeah? And I know people will use their disability for malicious acts, but then play the innocence. That's not gonna work. In fact, on that particular person, I call judgment. Yeah, because then you're doing dodgy activities, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, but I should have known from the breath. So basically, she's spilling all this spew, and it's the same I've been hearing day in, day out. It's like a pattern with these people. It's like they're so not original because they don't use their mind for good. They don't use their mind for rubbish and things that are just totally low vibrational and basically beneath me actually at this point. And it's the same old tale over and over again. It's like, where's your originality? You could see there's like zero effort, but at the same time, the minute I speak, you're either blatantly not listening, which I clocked that, you're cutting me off, or you're just trying to change the subject. Why is that? It's like you're trying to covertly control and swerve a conversation to where you want it to go. It doesn't work like that. So I thought I'd play the game with you. And at the last minute, I pulled the plug. And you respond with anger. That says a lot about you. And then you want to deflect. Take accountability. Take accountability for the decisions you made, the choices you made, and the acts you committed. And the crimes you committed too. Yeah, whilst we're on it. Yeah, take accountability. Because one thing you're not going to do is try somebody like me. No, boo-boo. No, sweetie. I'm flying too high for that shit. Sorry. Sorry. So, yeah. Like, I'm supposed to feel remorseful for situations you got yourself in. Like, what are you, 5? What are you, 5? And then this same obnoxious, vile breath offspring that you tried to send it towards me. Oh, I believe my mum really misses you. And? Maybe you should have thought about that before you tried to set me up. Maybe you should have thought about that before you lied and said you had cancer. Who does that? Yeah. You know she did. She lied and said she had cancer to prey on someone else that I used to associate with, to use them. And that's really funny because when you've been told blatant facts, you're in denial. Why is this? Why is this? But you welcome a lie with open arms. I don't get that. I don't get that. So the issue could never be me. Just saying. You're evidently falling short of, what's the word? Your own, accepting your own blame. Maybe you should try it. But then you lay on some sob story like this, woe to me kind of story. And then all of a sudden, magically, you have feet problems. Really? That's you just know 2 and 2 ain't making 4 with you. The fact of where I saw you that early, but yet though, when I ask why are you up so early, and you reply, oh, because, what did you say? You've got some type of dinner date later on that day at 6 o'clock. May I remind you that it's barely 10 o'clock? So then you move on to, oh, well, what are you doing? Do you wanna hang out for a couple of hours? Like, Not really. We've never been friends, so why now? Like, clearly, it's not just an age difference. There's a level of mentality difference, evidently. And the thing about people like you is you're quick to like to gossip and malign other people's characters at the same time, glimmering over yours, flaws. I don't get that. But I see you, boo. I see you, boo boo. And what I would say to that is, you made your bed. You gotta lay in it. Now, I fully understand that people like to come to people's defenses. But when you're in denial and completely delusional, I don't really think your opinion really stands for much, to be quite frank. No, it doesn't. It's not really given there. What it does do, it just reassures and confirms to myself that I'm on the right path. I'm on my journey. I'm walking my destiny. You see, people like you don't know the first meaning of the word honesty or truthfulness. You don't. Which is why your brain is literally scattered. You said you come out for one thing, but yet you're all over the place. You can't make up your mind. To me, those are all little signs, you know? Where's your head really at? Because it wasn't really making sense, but that's not for me to correct. It's just my job to see the signs for what it is, and I did. And I bowed out gracefully. So I'm sorry if that didn't correlate to your little plot or scheme, Mrs. Oompa Loompa. Remember, you said you hadn't slept for like 2 days, so really, truly, what was you really doing? Make that make sense. But yet, though, you portray yourself as vulnerable. You have this element and that element. I beg to differ. From what I see, it's just purely a delusional sport brat. Yeah. She gets babied and mollycoddled. Even though you're in your 20s and you live on your own, you could just see what you live for. But and these are the kind of people you gotta stay clear of, really, you know. Because they are literally a waste of breath and a waste of time at this point. Literally. But like they say in it, bigger levels, newer devils. And that was totally a rookie error you made there, sending that particular entity. Thinking she could ruin me by calling me auntie. No, boo. But yeah, action speaks louder than words. And I know all I need to see with that performance that I saw the other day. Let's just say that. And I obviously touched a nerve because I was ever so polite. And you chose to retaliate with anger. What are you angry for? Oh, I get you. You like to hear the truth. Okay. Why don't you try stalking people more like yourself that like to live in delusional land? Or like to fill themselves up with lies and fabrication? That's not over in this corner. Sorry. Sorry. But yeah, I just found that bizarre, to say the least. Even the fact of trying to tell me that someone that I used to know has passed or was found deceased. And maybe it was her time. Or was that the news that you was rushing to tell me? So that just goes to show that you must obviously be really stalking me. Like, do you have no life of your own? I mean, you guys had all these preconceptions of me, but not any of you have actually taken the time to even get to know me. Funny that, isn't it? And the person I was last year, 6 months ago, a week ago, is not the person I am today. No. No apologies given there. Nah, sorry. I'm where I'm supposed to be. And you gotta find yourself too. I just pray you heal from whatever it is that's making you so bitter and just rotten to the core. I mean, the smell was evident, so that's something you couldn't excuse. Yeah. So maybe next time, before you think about, or before you make any attempts to speak on anybody in general, anybody, start with yourself. Because you can't be talking on people when you've got a ton of flaws yourself. You see, that's what you call reading between the lines. Yeah. Hey, about time you grew up. Yeah, definitely so. But yeah, guys, that's the kind of energy you have to expect trying to approach you. It should just confirm to yourself how powerful you truly are. You know? Because usually people would be joyous and congratulative to see your growth and your progress. I mean, that's the kind of normal thing to do, isn't it? Right? I thought so. But in this society that we live in, not so much. And that is fine. Just don't give these people any interaction. You give them zero energy. Zero. Best way. Yeah. I just gotta laugh. Think about it now. Yeah, I have to laugh. Of course I'm gonna laugh. What do you want me to do? React the same way you react? What for? No, my dear. No, my dear. So on to the next. But yeah, I just wanted to just drop a little nugget in there. Cause that conduct seems to be like a common theme in today's society. Yeah. Oh, and the smear campaign, should I say, the slander, defamation of character, definitely. The first should be last, and the last are now in the first. This is why I walk by faith, not by sight. And even when you try to pass on a few little gems, you could just talk with low vibrational people. Can they either just totally ignore what you're saying, act like they can't hear you, or just be totally rude and just start going on their phone. But notice whilst they was waffling on rubbish, they had to have your undivided attention. Funny that, isn't it? And then when you like relay back that pattern to them, that's when the selective amnesia comes out. Oof. So what you don't do is don't even waste your breath or any energy or any time on that individual. Keep it moving, you know? I mean, are they paying your bills? No. Are they feeding you? No. Are they helping you in any way, shape, or form? No. Or what are they doing? Oh, I know, trying to hinder you, maybe? Trying to lure you into a trap? So they think. Yeah. I think it's just fun to watch these people unravel, to be honest with you. And just trot along down your divine path. Toodles. Yeah. Definitely. Oh, but other than that, what is going on with this cold? Why? I don't understand. That's why you say you gotta walk by faith, not by sight. When you look out there, you think this might just be a little bit nippy. Nippy? That's an understatement. It is bone-chillingly blitz outside, okay? Let's be for real. It's a tad under freezing. That's my genuine opinion. It's a tad bit under freezing. Let me talk a bit. Look. The normal person would say, oh, it looks like a lovely day. Maybe slightly cloudy, bit of wind. But it generally looks like a nice mild day. Wrong. It's a below the below cold days. Not day, yeah, days. Yeah. It just gives you an excuse for your onesies. Yeah, love the onesies. Or chocolate with extra sprinkles. What else? Minus the marshmallows, because some of us are lacto and gluten. But yeah, there's always alternatives. Still tastes as good. But yeah. This is why more time I just don't engage. I just watch and listen. Mm. Yeah, another thing is when you take on another person's battle, especially without knowing the facts, that can be very dangerous. Because if that person's under judgment or receiving some type of karma, you're basically inviting that karma into your life also. So yeah. So literally like they sent their own child to try and lure me into their parents' karma. Like you really thought I was gonna fly. I have no obligation to try and unpick why your brain is wired the way it's wired. I'll just leave that to God. I just hope you sort yourself out. And I pray you get the help you obviously need. Because you obviously need it, that much is evident. In fact, you need a lot of help. Mm. Especially where hygiene is concerned. Absolutely. So yeah, I had to make excuses to part ways. And that's exactly what I did. I couldn't take that stench no more. No. That wasn't a normal smell. That was a smell of something rotten from the inside out. Yeah, definitely. So, let the week commence. But yeah, these Gale Force winds is no joke. I hope it gets warmer. But it's literally like it's getting colder as time goes on. I didn't know there's a lot of shit going on with the weather in like other parts of the world. That's very unfortunate. But I also believe that as prophecies coming to life. And where most of the world is, I would say, fixated on like minor things and not being focused on the bigger picture. This is why things come as such a shock. But when you're aware of it, you can prepare for it. Which a lot of people ain't prepared for it at all. And this is where I will see all the skills I learned along my journey in life is going to come into use now. Yeah. Old school. As some would say, old school. Take me back to my roots. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Take me going back to my roots. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going back to my roots. Even all these things we're buying as well, all these products, and you think is heightening what you have naturally. It's not heightening anything. If anything, it's concealing what you have naturally, you know? And I see that. And I see there's a lot of curses in a lot of things. Just from how people behave. But if you tell them of that behavior that they displayed, they're in total denial. Even when you actually film them and show them the clip back, they won't accept it. And that's baffling to me. Not only do you see it like on telly, online, you actually see it in the real world. So yeah, I think I made a put a saying that about shows as well, innit? And it's like they're saying that this is based on fictional based stories and blah blah this and blah blah that. It might come across as fictionally based because of how you presented it. But when you really sit back and watch, these are actually how people are conducting themselves in society. They just keep quiet about it. That's a fact, absolutely. And for the most part, they don't want their skeletons out the closet. Especially people that can see, they don't like that. They don't like that. But that's just something they have to take up with the Most High. Sorry. That sounds like a them problem, not a moi problem. Absolutely. So yeah, they can gossip all they like, not bothered. They can attempt their petty, pathetic smear campaigns, not bothered. As you can see, not bothered. But yeah, I heard it through the grapevine. This ain't what you want. So yeah. I can feel it. This is the year of all years. It's gonna be the year of all years. And I welcome it with open arms. I sure do. for the most part, I've just enjoyed the experience of it. It's been crazy to say the least, absolutely. But I've enjoyed the experience of it, the knowledge I've gained, the life skills I've gained from it. Ooh, I won't forget that. Definitely not. So with that being said, I like to keep it short and sweet. And I shall bid you a blessed day. Over and out. Highpriestess Unicorn. Ciao.